You face Shakur Stevenson. He's fighting Teofimo. You mentioned both of them. Who's winning this fight?
Yeah, I fought Shakur, and he's a hard guy to hit. Yeah. You know, it looks very simple, but it's not.
But it was good, Roy. It was good, Dre. I've been feeling good. I've been sharp. I've been focused. Training camp going well. So now we just wait on the day. I'm ready, and I'm definitely coming.
When you look at Shakur Stevenson from the outside, it's easy to misunderstand him. You see a fighter moving backward, a guy who touches with a jab instead of swinging for knockouts. To casual fans, and even some opponents, it looks safe. It looks beatable. It looks boring. But that boredom is the trap. It's a carefully built illusion, meant to pull aggressive fighters into a fight they slowly lose, round by round, with no escape until the final bell.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
What is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level.
Teofimo Lopez is walking into Madison Square Garden on January 31st full of belief. He thinks he's facing a runner, a fighter without enough power to keep him honest. He believes pressure will break Shakur Stevenson. But there's one man who knows better. Oscar Valdez didn't study Shakur from highlights. He survived 12 brutal rounds against him. And now Valdez is sending a cold warning to his friend Teofimo. Don't trust what you see. What looks easy from the outside becomes impossible once you're inside the ring.
Do not believe your eyes, because what looks simple from the outside is impossible from the inside.
In this fight.
Yeah, I fought Shakur, and he's a hard guy to hit. Yeah. You know, it looks very simple, but it's not. But I've seen Teofimo train before. He's a complete athlete. So if I'm being very honest, man, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a stay away bet for me. I wouldn't bet either or, because you never know what's gonna happen on that chess game, because that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a chess game inside that ring.
So Oscar Valdez is a proven warrior. He's been in wars, fought through injuries, and traded punches with the elite. But when he talks about Shakur Stevenson, his voice changes. Not fear, frustration. Valdez explained it simply. It looks very easy, but it's not. On tape, you see openings. You think you can land that right hand. You think you can cut the ring. But once the bell rings, the distance feels wrong. You're always 1 inch short. Shakur controls range so perfectly that he feels far away even when he's right in front of you.
You know, people think the fight with Teo is either going to be you delivering a masterclass
or a knockout by Teo.
Yeah, or you getting into some type of brawl with Teo and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about Teo. Teo's a good boxer. Mm-hmm. He's boxer first. Mm-hmm. So we could say, oh, he's just going to knock you out. Or he's just going to... That's not him. He's boxing first. He's going to want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I can punch. Mm-hmm. Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down, or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where they don't understand or know.
Valdez warns that the opening Shakur shows are not mistakes, they're bait. Shakur invites you to commit, and the moment you do, the target disappears. Before you can reset, you're already eating counters. It's like fighting a ghost. And Valdez's message is clear. You can't knock out something you can't touch. When asked to pick a winner between Teofimo and Shakur, Valdez didn't choose sides. He called it a stay-away bet. He called it a chess match.
If I'm being very honest, man, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a stay-away bet for me. I wouldn't bet either or, because you never know what's gonna happen on that chess game, because that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a chess game inside that ring.
So whoever wins this fight, who should they fight next? Somebody at 140? Should Shakur stay there? You think he stays there and facing somebody there?
Shakur's he's big for that division. He's coming from 126, but I can easily see him go to 147 and still give people some problems. So Shakur's a tough one.
That hesitation speaks volumes. Valdez knows Teofimo has takeover energy. He knows one punch can change everything. But power doesn't matter if you can't land it. To Valdez, this fight isn't just about skill, it's chaos versus control. Raw aggression against cold discipline.
Style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite. They will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science. I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda, being elusive while being aggressive. Walking them down, fighting on the inside, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. That was great, and people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show or like to talk about, and they wanted to see in Shakur. Well, they saw it. Teofimo showed you that he can fight inside, he can fight outside. He would have the advantage of power in this fight. One thing that I love about this fight, Bud? Shakur's very athletic, very talented. So is Teofimo. He's more explosive with power, but Teofimo is very athletic. He is very talented. You got two athletic guys, two talented guys. Again, Teofimo I would favor with the power. This is going to be interesting.
If Teofimo can turn this into a brawl, he can win. But Valdez understands something deeper. Shakur doesn't panic. He doesn't rush. He doesn't fight emotionally. His discipline is almost robotic. That's why Valdez calls it a 50-50 fight, because Teofimo is walking a tightrope. One moment of frustration, one forced exchange, and Shakur will break him down slowly over 12 painful rounds. That uncertainty is why Valdez won't even bet on his own friend.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything again. I'm going to expose it.
While Valdez delivered his warning with respect, Keyshawn Davis showed none. His tension with Teofimo has been building, with Teofimo brushing him off as a kid chasing attention. Keyshawn's response was deadly serious. He warned that if Teofimo tries to bully Shakur, he's getting slapped. The idea that Shakur is just a safety-first boxer? Keyshawn rejects it. He believes Shakur will start slow, read everything, and the moment Teofimo loses patience and tries to force the fight, he'll walk straight into something dangerous.
I see it playing out, let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is going to eventually start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be closer than people think. I think it'll be closer than people think.
Hey, one thing I can say though, because I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Teo can fight.
I'm telling you that. Teo can fight.
Winning back
if you said he couldn't, you'd be lying. Right. That's a real assessment though. I think Shakur still wins, but it's going to be closer than people think.
Teo is nice. A lot, man, no doubt.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, speaking of Teo, you've been vocal about your desire to fight Teofimo Lopez. And of course, I was there in Las Vegas, right, when you FaceTime Teo. Now Teo's fighting Shakur Stevenson. But do we see Keyshawn and Teo at some point?
How is Teo acting when I FaceTimed him? Since you brought it up, how is he acting?
You tell me. You tell the people.
Why do I gotta tell you?
You gotta tell him anyway.
Right.
How was he acting? Yeah, how was he acting?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is he was not motivated.
Right.
He kept saying he wanted
Hey,
boots.
but look,
he kept saying he wanted boots.
What you asked me again? Because I want to answer that. What'd you say?
Yo, do we see you and Tio fight in the future?
Oh, depending on what Shakur do with him.
Hey, losing to Shakur though, that can't be a death sentence, right? We can still see Tio
It
back.
depends how bad he loses.
I was about to
So
say.
you think it's gonna be bad?
Let's say he loses a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Okay, since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit.